Can you spot the problem with this video? My brother blew out my birthday candles and I couldn't let it go. When I was in school, I got choked out by this kid named Thierry. The teachers were looking right at me, and to this day I still don't know why none of them stopped it. But it's not just the past I'm holding on to. This one happened only last week. Whilst attending church, I left the stove running. The church was set on fire. 7 innocent children were murdered, melting right in front of my eyes, and I was sentenced to life. Okay, that one didn't actually happen, but what I'm trying to get at is I hold on to literally everything. This is a story about overthinking, change, fear.
I truly thought everyone was gonna hate me, to be honest.
And how I almost lost my mind in the process. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to overcome it and how to let your past stop controlling you. But first, I need to admit something that's kind of embarrassing. This whole holding on thing I've got going on, well, it kind of goes a lot deeper than I thought. Let me explain.
I got my PS1 when I was 6. I still kept all the floppy disks. Feels like time travel every time I hear the start of hit. Letting Yu-Gi-Oh cards and on the window they sit. Probably why my mama thinks that I'm autistic as shit. I got a little plant collection and it only keeps growing. The ones you're seeing on the screen right now survive through the snow. And I like this one cause it closes when you rustle the leaves. Probably my favorite cause it's sensitive, just like me. I got this antique home foam that I've kept since a kid. Hello? And this beautiful oil painting that I got as a gift. My granddad said he found it in the trash, botched up and scratched. But I kept the same frame because I like it like that. I keep these books up on display just to remind me I'm smart. Contradicted by my silver tooth that shines when I laugh. I got this Lego countach, but see it's more than a toy. Here's a picture of me in Portugal, but in it with my boy. But it goes deeper than that, even though I dance on the track. Everyone who's done me dirty, I still hold on to that. But do I really own these feelings, or these feelings own me? Either way, I think it's clear, there's just one problem, you see. I can't let it go.
I knew something needed to change, so I packed the essentials. And I had to pack my Gork socks. And for the first time, I left home. I wasn't yet ready to take on the Big Apple, so I had to build some confidence here by proving to myself I could live alone. So off I went.
My obsession's driving me crazy. Look at what it's done to me, baby. I feel like a fish out of water. Soon I'll be the next lamb for slaughter. I keep asking God, can he save me? Contemplating if I've gone crazy. If I'm so smart, then why can't I see? It's always been me versus me.
That was Eden Carter. Me versus me on BBB Radio. You guys know this kid had a YouTube channel as well. Or is it just me that's been out of the loop? Up next, you guessed it, more Eden Carter. So don't go anywhere because we got all the exclusives only on BBB Radio.
And at first, it was everything I wanted.
Get to the point where your girl unironically plays your music.
But the more time that I had to think, ponder and self-reflect, the more I found myself struggling with my identity. And before I could realise what was happening, it was already too late.
I've wanted this since I was still a teen. Finally got some traction going, now I'm haltering my speed. It don't make sense. No one was watching, I was working for no patience. And now I'm getting paid, I can't find any patience. And now my channel's looking vacant. So I put my middle finger to the sky, told God 2 words, watch this. And in return he replied 2 words, what if?
I don't want to overthink this one, man. Like, maybe I should just hit record, talk, no deep metaphors, no crazy editing, just keep it simple, you know?
Honestly, yeah. That might be for the best. I mean, you've been spiraling for weeks.
Right? It's like, the more I think about making the perfect video, the worse it gets.
Yeah, classic overthinking. Remember when you spent 3 days debating whether to use a fade-in or a cross-dissolve? That was rough. You're building a maze in your head again. Not every thought needs solving. Let it go. Just for a second. Look at what's in front of you before it's all...
What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of message do I want to send? Why
left
do
the
people
album
care?
now, you just
Then
left
you're
the
just
album
doing
to
it
no
because
3
you want
months and no
fame, and if
upload.
you want
Dropped
fame,
out
you're
for this,
self-absorbed and you're
remember?
feeding your
Just
ego. And if the whole
something.
goal
You
is to
left the
have
album to
kids,
no.
I
Now
have
you just
family and a
desperate for
house,
3
maybe I'll just
million
fucking do it now
subscribers,
then.
and now
And
you
I
just
thought,
like
no, because I need to be the man I need to be.
music, or is it
I didn't
YouTube?
want to
Stop
look at
making fools
my
take out
channel.
the
I
laundry.
didn't want to
See,
look
this
at
is why
anything.
people
I
don't
thought
fuck with you. You've been
everyone's
teasing the album
tantrum
for a year.
and I wouldn't blame them. I hate
How
me
you
too.
gonna do this
I
guy
really
really
started to
himself?
self-loathe.
Just take out the laundry.
This video was made possible thanks to Artlist. Royalty-free, cinematic music. Unlimited downloads, simple license. And if you're looking to elevate your videos even further, Motion Array offers unlimited downloads of video templates, motion graphics, stock footage, and more. Everything you need to take your projects to the next level. It's the button on the right. If you grab an annual subscription through the link, you'll get 2 extra months free plus $50 off Motion Array's annual plan. Anyway, where were we?
How are you gonna do this guy really thinks he's got home? You're losing subscribers. Stop making false promises. See, this is why people don't fuck with you. In the movie Vivarium, a couple gets stuck in what seems like infinity, an infinite row and columns of houses, and they cannot escape. The main character, Jesse Eisenberg, decides that the only way that he might be able to get out of this is to dig his way out of the situation. The further and further he digs this hole, the more that he gets invested and thinks that he's going to find a solution to the problem that he's in. In reality, he's just been digging his own grave the whole time. As I was watching this movie, I realized this was a metaphor for the situation I've been in for the past couple months, where I was trying to think my way and dig deeper into myself out of the situation I was in, where I was trying to have a breakthrough, where I was trying to have a sort of metamorphosis of myself by trying to think my way through it rather than doing the things I had been thinking about, that I'd been rationalizing, that I'd been trying to make sense of. Bro, it's 4 AM in the morning. I find it so interesting that life is set up in such a way that you have to experience the thing before you can ever understand it. If you don't go through it, whatever it is that you're overthinking about, whatever it is that you're putting off, whatever it is that you're trying to rationalize, if you don't actually make the decision first and then learn through hindsight, you don't get to learn it. You have to do it. You can't think your way through it. Because if you could, no one would do anything at all. But that's the way it's set up. Those who will go out and do it, the courageous ones, the ones that will actually try the thing and be willing to fail, get the reward of understanding, being able to look back and understanding the situation. So I guess maybe I did figure something out. Yeah, maybe it wasn't pointless after all, actually, you know. Because now that I'm thinking about it, Jada, I might have actually figured something out.
Am I in focus? I think so. I've spent the past maybe 6 months here in this room, and it's been beautiful. I've got to experience living alone. I've got to move out, but it has been beautiful and an eye-opener, and the first of many more adventures to come, of places that I want to live in, chasing my dreams. That being said, I think it's time to go home. I am so tired. Look at my eyes. I have been up almost 3 nights straight filming, and to top it all off, my car battery is dead, so I'm gonna have to ask someone to jump my leads to I'm gonna have to ask someone to jump my car, which is gonna be. I miss the studio. I want to finish this video in the studio.
You ever had that feeling where you can't sleep at night, counting down how many hours you've got left, and the longer you stay up, the less sleep you're about to get, the more it bothers you, and as a result, you stay up longer. They say in that situation the best thing you can do is get up out of bed and stop trying to sleep. But the whole reason that works is because that kind of internal knot that you've got going in your stomach that's bothering you, the heat that you're getting from being so angry that you can't sleep, it is relinquished when you give up trying at all, when you just let go. And that's what I learned from this whole experience. This overthinking, this holding on to voices from the past, people's criticisms. I've always thought my whole life these things were serving me. And to a certain degree, they are. By torturing myself and having something to prove, it's pushed me to work harder than I probably would have had I not been holding on to these things. But what I've realized is, the reason that I've been holding on to these criticisms of myself and voices for so long is to try and protect myself from it happening again. My brain is thinking, if I constantly keep replaying these things that went wrong before, these criticisms that we faced, then we can cover our asses to make sure that we never get any more again. It's a lot like a loose thread that you find on your clothes. You know when you find them loose threads and you just want to pull it, but you know that you shouldn't. It's been there with you the whole time, but you might not have noticed it. And as soon as you do, what do? We never ever cut it off. You pull at it a little bit, thinking it won't make much of a difference, thinking it won't make much harm. But the more that you pull, the more that you slowly start to destroy the clothing. And it's not until you've been pulling at it for a long, long time that you realize the damage that you've done. But sometimes we need to destroy a couple pairs of clothing before we realize that we should probably just cut the thread off to begin with.
But I'm not thinking about.
Yeah, you gotta make a wish.
Oh, make a wish.
Yeah, you gotta make a wish.
I mean, more than one, I'll go.
You can make as many as you want.
Make as many as I want.
Make as many as you want.
I haven't done this in years, you know. Do you know what's so crazy? This is going to be the end of the video. Put it on me. This is going to be the end of the video. I start the video, I didn't know how to end this video. I start the video by me blowing out candles, and I get annoyed at my brother for doing it. And now it's full circle, the video ends like this. Me blowing out my candles for my birthday. Guys,
Good.
I just figured this out. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. That was my wish. Please like and subscribe.